Good morning, students. I hope all of you know me. Let me introduce myself. I'm Renu Kumari, and I'm going to take this semester for you Human Resource Management. Before we go through the syllabus of what are we going to cover under Human Resource Management, let us first have an introduction of what is Human Resource Management. In the previous semester or last semester, first semester, we have done with what is management. So, management is the art of getting things done, and the functions of management includes planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. Having understood what is management and what are the functions of management, let us now do with what is human resource management. Human resources, a man or an employee in an organization. So, human resource plus management is how do I plan, organize, direct, communicate and control the manpower in an organization. Why is it important for me? Why is human resource such an important asset? Any organization, be it small or big, educational, service oriented, production oriented, any organization, what is the major goal of any organization, or what is the major purpose for which they work? To achieve the organization goal, to earn profit. For me to achieve goal, what is it that I need to do? I need to see that there is efficient use or the optimum use of resources. What are the resources in an organization? All of us have done somewhere. What are the four important M's in an organization which is useful to achieve the organization goals? Men, material, money and machinery. Now, any organization aims at optimum utilization of these resources so that I succeed in the long run. For me to attain optimum utilization of money, material and machinery, I depend on the quality of people I have in the organization. Therefore, people are the most significant resources of an organization. Be it material, I would not be able to use, because if there is no labor, it would not be useful. Money, how to plan, allocate, use, get the best out of it. Again, I need a human to work on it. Machinery, of course, it is impossible. Though the work is done by a machinery, I need someone to operate this machinery. So, I need a skilled laborer. Again, I am dependent on a human. So, to all maximum utilization of all these resources, the material, money and machinery, with the help of which an organization works, to which I achieve my organizational goals, we consider human as a very important resource. So, in human resource management, we are going to read or study from the time the human resource or the human enters into an organization. How do I recruit him, select him, train and develop him so that he gives me the efficient use of human resource, so that the individual goals of that human and the organizational goals of the organization are achieved. Before we go through this, there is a small case study. So, under human resource management this semester, it is like as usual divided into 5 units. We will share with the details of the syllabus later. We have nature and scope of HRM, under which difference between personal management and HRM. What is human resource planning, recruitment, selection, methods of selection, what are the various tests, how do an interview takes place in selection and placement. We also have induction, the training and development, what is performance appraisal, transfer, promotion and termination of services, what are remuneration, components of remuneration, incentives, the benefits, welfare and social security measures. Unit 4, we have how do we maintain labor relation, the various functions of trade union, collective bargaining, workers' participation in management, types, what is industrial dispute and how do we settle them. And lastly, in the unit 5, we would do with human resource audit. Yes, we would also be able to audit human resources. What are the benefits, scope and the recent trends in human resource management. So all of these are what we are going to cover up in the human resource management syllabus. Now before we go ahead, I just have a small case study for you, which is by Infosys. I hope all of you know about Infosys, one of the Jain, and who was the CEO of it earlier was Mr. Narayan Murthy. So a few quote of his, and how was it that he looked at his company, or what is his success, why is he so successful today. Management of human resource at Infosys. This is just an article. I would like to share this with you. He says that Narayan Murthy, the CEO, said that our assets walk out of the door each evening. We have to make sure that they come back the next morning. Such difficult is the task of maintaining a human resource in a company. At a time when organizations are debating the importance of their human resource, Infosys, a consulting and software services organization, includes its human resources on its balance sheet. Why? To affirm their asset value. It considers human resource as an asset value. Why does it consider it? Because in the long term, or for a long term success of a company, it is usually examined on certain financial and non-financial parameters. Financial parameters, the assets I have, the liabilities I have, the profit that I make in, the debts that I have. Through this, I would be able to determine my success. This is financial parameters. Non-financial meters, it is the human resource. How long have been my employees in an organization? He considered that also as an asset. So human resources are among these new non-financial parameters that challenge the usefulness of evaluating the success solely of an employee. So it represents the collective expertise that I give, the innovation, the leadership, the entrepreneurship and managerial skills that I have got from these employees in an organization. Most of the current human resource practices at Infosys result, how does it result? If I have a good leader and a culture that they have created. The most important in any organization to be successful is the vision of the leaders and the culture that they maintain in an organization. It's very essential that I follow this, or I have this to make my organization successful. Narayan Murthy is very well known for his leadership and vision in the public image of Infosys. The leadership style that he is humble, straightforward, quite uncommon in the world of Indian business. He believes in sharing wealth with his business. Like Infosys, he sees the importance of consistency in maintaining the employees and also action in empowering the employees, giving the employees certain freedom like in decision making, expressing their views, etc. He is credited with creating a culture of closeness and empowerment at Infosys. His management style is rare among Indian business leaders and is based on Western management. Now all of us have done, as I told earlier itself, there are 4 N's: men, material, money and machinery, which I see that in an organization. How do I utilize it, optimum utilization of these resources, so that not only the individual goals of the employee but the organization goal, and certain societal goals are also achieved. Now, human resource management we have done with the introduction part. Now, what are the topics that we are going to cover here are, we have done with the introduction, we will do with the meaning and definition, nature of HRM, scope of human resource management, difference between personal management and human resource management, and importance of HRM. Let us brush once again with what we do. What is HRM? It is the effective use of human resources in order to enhance organizational performance. So, it is the art of procuring, that is getting, developing and maintaining competent workforce to achieve goals of an organization in an effective and efficient manner. I hope it is clear. It means that how am I going to attract employees to apply for the job in my organization? How do I select the best employees? How do I train them so that I extract their skills? How do I maintain them so that they are able to achieve the organizational goals and develop, also have their own development as well? The definition of HRM, according to Edwin B. Flippo, it's very essential. Human resource management is the planning, organizing, directing and controlling of the procurement, development, compensation, integration, maintenance and separation of human resource to the end that individuals, organizational and social objectives are accomplished. So it gives entirely the full essence of what I do in HRM. Firstly, we come with the management functions, that is HRM is the planning, organizing, directing and controlling of what? How do I get or recruit or select an employee, develop that employee, provide him with compensation like salaries, benefits, labor welfare, etc. Integration among the employees, employer and employee, maintain them by providing them promotion, transfer, increments, incentives, etc. and separation till they leave the organization. How am I going to manage this human resource? Why do I have to do all this? The main aim of any organization, as we did in the starting, it is to achieve that individuals, organizational and social objectives of an organization. Individual goals are achieved, the goals of the organization are achieved and certain social objectives are also accomplished. So this is what is the definition of HRM. We will go through it once more. So HRM is a planning, organizing, directing and controlling of how do I get an employee into an attract an employee to apply for a job, how do I select, how do I develop, what are the compensations. Compensation here might be salary and wages, and integration, having according how is a communication or cordial relations between the employees, among the employees, between the employer and the employees, the trade union, etc. Maintenance, how to maintain them or to be, how do I give them a promotion, transfer, increment, etc. So from the day an employee joins an organization till he leaves the organization, HR management does all the functions. Why should I concentrate on this? So that because human resource is a very important resource. Employees are the most valuable assets of an organization. Therefore, there must be a constant and conscious effort to realize organization goals by satisfying the needs and aspirations of employees. Only when I satisfy the needs and aspirations of the employees would he be able to give me his best, because he also is working with some expectations. He has certain needs.